Hello. Good evening, all.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, only 14 students are there, right?
Yes, sir.
Do we need to wait more or shall we start the session? I can't even record the session. Shall we start, right?
Okay.
Okay. Almost we have covered 6 lessons. I think you can remember, and I hope you are working on your assignment as well. So today we will discuss the 7th one, and again we have only 5 lessons to cover. This is regarding destination, community, and stakeholders. So those who are the parties in destination marketing. So that is the thing we are going to discuss here. So when it comes to the first part, that is about destination community. So community means who are engaging with our tourism business, or maybe the destination marketing organizations are there. Those are called as DMOs. So, in effective destination management is not only in the hand of the DM, but also requires effort by other stakeholders within the destination and partners in other places. It may be around the destination, or maybe the country, or maybe outside the country. There are different partners in this destination community. So collaboration with other organization and individual is a must, especially in an era when the financial challenges are great and the competition is intense. So we cannot stand alone by ourselves only. We need get the other support as well. That's why we should consider about these parties. DMs can achieve much more for their destination when they work in cooperation with others. So, rather than working alone, they can get different kind of maybe the opportunities, or maybe the development ideas, or maybe the business development. So, as a result of their knowledge and skills, we can develop our destination, or maybe the tourism business. A partnership can be defined as a synergistic relationship between a DMO and other organization or individual within or outside of the destination. So sometimes the community may be a group or an organization, or maybe some individual person. So likewise, we need to get collaborate with those partners. So what is community? When it comes to community, it refers everyone who lives and works in a destination. So when if you take a tourist destination in a kind of area, maybe like Sigiriya or down south, or maybe Alla or anywhere else. There are a lot of destinations in the country. In our country, this is regarding Sri Lanka. So there are overseas destination as well. So if we take an example, a destination in Sri Lanka, they are having different communities, the villagers, or maybe the host community, or service providers, and other suppliers. Likewise, there are so many parties, government sector, uh, private sector, likewise, community residents, people who permanently live in the destination. That is one category in the community. And the other category is tourism sector stakeholder, people and organizations that are directly involved with the tourism sector. Those are the main two parties we can identify in the community. And also there are some other classification as well about this community. So in here, Morrison in 2013 he discussed about these two, but when 2010 he identified 5 types of potential partners for DMO. Number 1 is customer. Customer means for the industry that is tourist and organization in the same business, or maybe the DMOs, destination management organization, and organization in related business, maybe hotel, attraction, airline, travel agencies, tour operators. There are so many organizations who are engaging with the industry. And the 4th one, organization in non-related business. So they are not directly involving in the tourism sector, but they are in the industry, working for the industry. Maybe automobile, consumer good, bank and credit card, food manufacturer. So those are really needed services for the industry, but they are not related for the business. And digital alliance, online business relationship, including hyperlinking of website, shared website, and social media sites. So those are the partners. And when you take the target audience, who are the target audience in the community? Every community is different. However, these target audience are normally the most important. Local government, elected official, that is the government sector. And the other one, other land water-based industries and their employees. Existing business associating. So they are not directly involving with the industry, but they need for the industry for the different kind of purposes. Existing tourism businesses, local educational institution, community at large. So these are the targets audience. So when it comes to the benefits, we have this community for the destination management, community support for tourism related activities. Without the local community, we cannot go through this tourism activities because they know the culture, they have the identity, and they have the familiarization about that environment. So we need their help when we are doing kind of activity, or maybe destination, or maybe any tourism related thing. So we need their help. And resident interact and share local facilities and services with tourists. So what kind of services they are getting? So those are also very important. Residents are part of the tourism experience. So the community of that destination are the people welcoming the tourist, and they are recommending do this one, do that one, and also they are directing the tourist. And residents are potential customers of the destination. So if we have good community, we can promote very easily engaging with them because they are the potential market. We can promote this very quick manner. The local community serves as labor for the destination. So we can get their support as a service provider rather than outsourcing from other countries or maybe other locations. So those are cost effective. So that's why we need a community for a destination. So when it comes to the community resident engagement wheel, so first we need to analyze what kind of community we have, what is the destination, the nature of the destination. Likewise, we have to analyze, and then we have to communicate with the community. And again, we need to educate about this potential tourism sector, and we need to get their involvement to fulfill that tourism activity. And listening, we have to listen to them. They have some ideas, they have some suggestions, and we have to lobby. Then we are locating their as they need the requirement, and recruiting, and again representing. So the community is the representative for the destination. So this is regarding the community resident engagement wheel. We'll check one by one here. Analyzing community resident attitude and perception. Periodically review how residents feel about tourism. We have to analyze about their environment and communicating with the local community. Open channels to maintain ongoing dialogue with the local community. What their experience, what are the experience they have, and what are the ideas about that. Likewise, we have to communicate with them. And educating the community, educate the community about positive impact of tourism. That is really important. Then they are motivating to do the particular tourism-based activity. And the fourth one, involving the community. Get local people to try out the attraction as tourists to give them a better understanding of tourism. So if we can take the local involvement, local people involvement, so we can attract the tourists as their engagement. And the other one, listening to the community. Listen to and consider the opinions, suggestions, and the community in destination planning. That is really important to improve the destination. And the other one, lobbying. Influence or persuade public official like political party in power for support. So we have to get their support and we can make some influences regarding that kind of thing. And the other one, recruiting community support. Engage the community to ensure quality and hospitality. So we have to get their support to do this tourism related activity. And the other one, representing tourism in the destination. Create champion cheerleaders for tourism, appoint team leaders for different activities. So likewise, they are getting some motivation to give the best service for the tourists. So I think up to now it is clear, right? Any problem? Yes? Any problem? Hello? No one is answering. Do you have any problem? No, no. Okay. DMO and communities. So DMO should frequently communicate and interact with their local communities. DMO means Destination Management Organization. Those are the people who are having the close relationship with the community. Some would say this is a type of internal marketing and public relation for the DMO, but it is much more than that. So someone can say that is kind of internal marketing among the community, but actual thing is they are really close to the community and they can get much benefit to the development of the destination. It is essential that residents support tourism and fully know its contribution as an economic sector. So they have their support is really matter for the destination and for the contribution of economy. So that's why they are getting the community involvement. Some DMOs believe this is so important that they develop an annual community relationship plan containing all the activities to communicate and interact with the local community. Some companies, they are gathering all the communities according to their annual plan and they are giving the awareness for the local community regarding the industry. Okay. Effects of tourism for the community. What kind of effect by tourism community will face? Tourism can have negative as well as positive effects on the lives of local residents. So as we are taking in general topic, in the tourism industry, we are having different kind of effects, maybe positive or negative. So likewise the same, that will affect for the community. traffic congestion, overcrowding at site, increased littering, and property price inflation, and can be among the less positive local impact. So these impact we can divide it into economic, environmental, socio-cultural, likewise, and again negative and positively. So those impacts are facing by the community as a result of the tourism industry. Community support is important for tourism development, and so calling of resident attitude is a must and not optional. So the support of community is really important for the tourism development. So at that point, we need to consider whether the community requirement. So that is regarding the effects. And the other one, when it comes to the positive factor, community can take involvement with tourism industry, and they will automatically, economically, socio-culturally, and they will enhance their existing level. And the minimization of the negative impact of tourism on the community. So these are the summary of the positive impact. There are so many impact you can go through. I will upload some document to refer regarding this one. A community-supported tourism management strategy brings with it political support and a warm welcome for tourists in the destination. So a community support is really important for the management of that particular destination. And that will be a cause to develop a good atmosphere in the destination. So that's up to then we have discussed about the first part of the topic. Destination community. And then now we are going to discuss about the stakeholders. So there are different kind of stakeholders. So they are involving directly or maybe indirectly for the management of a tourist destination. Main party is tourist. Without tourist, we cannot do tourism. So there are different tourists we have. This is actually a summary. There are a lot of types of tourists we can see. Let me show you. I think I have another. Here, these are the impact of tourism. I will show you a summary. There is another lesson that I have conducted. You can see the new screen sharing, right? Impact of tourism. Yes. Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, here you can see negative and positive impacts are there. And that can be divided again, socio-cultural, environment, economic, political, likewise. So when it comes to negative, there are different negative impact for the community. And here, one by one, you can see here, loss of the cultural identity, growth of prostitution, aggression, crime rate, religious values, loss of morale, demonstration effect, gambling, increased social disorders, language change, social gap. There are a lot of negative impacts. And here, environmental impact, global warming, air pollution, noise, deforestation. And this is another big lesson. economic impact, price and good services increasing, leakage, infrastructure cost, economic dependency. They are only depend on the tourism sector. That is really a problem. And political issues are there here. Civil wars, social unrest, strikes, military coups, and effect of political violence. There are different kind of negative impact. So I will show you again about the positive impacts or maybe the benefits. Here you can see the benefits. This one also we can divide socio-cultural, environment, economic, political, and technological. So tourism is a force to peace. We can develop the peace regarding based on the tourism and community strengthening, facility development, and resident will take the benefits. Revaluation of culture and tradition, encourage civic involvement and pride. Those are the social benefits. And this is environmental benefits, environment conservation and environment management and planning, awareness raising, protection and preservation, regulatory measures. Likewise, we are having the environment benefits. I'm not going to discuss one by one because this is a big lesson. And when it comes to the economic, so the community will gain the profit and jobs, tax revenues, incomes, likewise. And there are a lot of economic benefit. The main thing, direct, indirect, or induced effect are there. And income generation, foreign currency earning, employment, entrepreneurial activities, opportunity cost. Likewise, we are having the economic, and the political. We can build up a good relationship between different kind of countries. And when it comes to the technology, we are having a lot of advancement. Social media, internet networks, and that is coming to a small village and information transmitted at a faster rate with just one click. So that is regarding the benefits and the negative impact. So I'll show you the other one, types of tourist. There are different kind of tourist you can see. Okay, hope you can see this one. So here you can see there are different kind of tourists, maybe domestic, international, business purposes, leisure, and inbound, outbound. Okay. Likewise, there are different kind of business travelers, incentive travelers, MICE tourism, and again we have when it comes to alternative, there are different alternative tourism sectors. They are having different kind of purposes, cultural purposes, responsible, geotourism, volunteerism. There are different kind of tourism sectors. Ecotourism, pro-poor, responsible, sustainable. Likewise, adventure, that is really trending one. Health purposes, education, leisure means business plus leisure. And religious, there are so many tourist types around the globe. Okay. So here, Number one is tourist and again tourism sector organization. Maybe DMO, Destination Management Organization, hospitality, attraction, transport, travel trade, media, employee organization. So those are the organization we can see in the tourism sector. And the other part is community. That may be some kind of organization or resident association, business association, special panel or task force, and other. And when it comes to environment, we are having as stakeholders NGO, conservation societies, environmental agencies, and others. And when it comes to the government sector, we have national bodies, regional, state or provincial, local, and other agencies. So those are the main type of stakeholders we can see in the industry. So tourist and tourism sector organization have a direct interest in destination management. They are directly affected by the tourism situation in the destination. So different kind of organization involving with destination. And the other three groups are more indirectly effective by tourism in the destination, although some of these groups and individuals are more involved with tourism than others. So we'll see who is the DMO. The DMO need to be especially cognizant of all these groups of stakeholders because they all contribute in some way to the success of tourism within the destination. So definitely they are involving directly or indirectly for the tourism sector. So that's why we need their help. It is not enough to communicate and interact only with tourist and tourism sector organization. We need particular organization to interconnect these two. That is why we call as the DMO. Continuous communication are also required with government agency, community groups, and resident and environmental groups. So consultation, involvement, and participation are also needed, and especially when strategic decisions are being made about tourism. So they are doing a big role rather than this communication. And there are different kind of DMOs we can see, maybe the country level or state or provincial level or maybe territory, and the regional level and country and city. So as we are having the good DMO in government sector, there are DMOs in the government and the private sector. So what are the strengths of these DMOs? Government have a mandate to do long-term strategic planning, and they are good at it. So government is the key person when it comes to the Sri Lanka tourism industry. They are having a big role in tourism sector. I think I have discussed about the government sector of tourism industry. Am I? Yes? Yes or no? No one is answering. Okay. Anyway. Destination awareness is high among government because of their extensive responsibilities. And grassroots knowledge and activities. So they are the people who are making the rules and regulation, or maybe planning and development, and kind of policies. So they are playing a big role in a state level. Public administrators are skilled in managing complex organization and may be better able to get financial support from government. So when the tourism development, they are providing kind of financial support for the management and the organization purposes. Government often provide grant and other support for small and medium-sized enterprises. SME, they are providing different grants. public agencies may have greater power in operating quality assurance program. So they are having a good power to operate a quality assurance programs as well. And when it comes to the private sector, they also play a big role in tourism destination management. The private sector is good at implementing short-term tactics. So governments cannot take that action, so they can take, but as government, the private sector cannot do a lot regarding the financial or maybe the policies, rules and regulations likewise. And when it comes to this sector, they can do the quick plans. Decision making in the private sector is really fast because they don't have such a big process in government. The private sector is very skilled and experienced in making and sale approaches. So they are having a good skill in the industry. So they are directly engaging with tourists and other sectors. So that is really important to the destination management. The private sector is aware of market opportunity and they know who is the market in the present. Likewise, they have good awareness. A business management approach is follow. They are having a good management approach. And the private sector has well-developed programs for customer relationship management. For CRM, they are having a good program. And when it comes to the national management organization, these DMOs are typically the most powerful within a country and set the overall agenda for tourism. So nationally, they are doing a good role to interconnected all the parties. National DMOs are set up in many different ways, and their relative power tends to be a function of how they are positioned relative to the national government. So they are having a good relationship between all the parties and they know the positioning about in the national government. So when it comes to the Sri Lankan sector, you can see the government parties in the tourism industry. So at main, we are having Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority and SLTPB, Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau, and SLCB, Sri Lanka Convention Bureau, and also SLITHM, Sri Lanka Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management. So those are the main parties we can see. And the other one, the Ministry of Tourism and Aviation. So those are the main parties in the top bodies of the government sector. And except of these, we have the other parties as well. Chamber of Commerce, Association of Inbound and Inbound Tour Operators. We call this as SLITO. And Association of Small and Medium Enterprise in Tourism Sri Lanka, Chamber of Tourism and Industry. So these are the partner association. Likewise, we are having different kind of parties in national level. So what is the role they are having? Tourism legislation and regulation. That is really important as government sector. So they are the person who is introducing and enforce legislation and regulation related directly to the tourism. So they can do a big influence for the industry based on rules and regulation. This may include the articulation of minimum standards for operating certain types of tourism business. So they are having the minimum standards for operating different kind of businesses, or maybe accommodation or a restaurant, tour guiding, travel agencies, tour operators. Likewise, there are different kind of activities and organization. So they have ability to take provisions regarding these things. Tourism policy making, prepare overall tourism policies for their countries. That is really important. So these are doing by the government, national DMOs. Tourism planning and strategies. Coordinate the process of developing country level plans and strategies. That one also in Sri Lanka, we are having the strategic plan for 5 years. I think you went through that one. I almost share the document, and once we have discussed the marketing plans, what they are going through. So I'm not going to explain again it here. And the other one, tourism development. So they are the person who is developing the tourism sector, encourage selected types of tourism development through financial or technical assistance. So they can give the priorities, what are the places they have to involve it and what are the things they have to develop. Likewise, they can make some development plan. And tourism research, conduct tourism research at the national level. Recently, I told you I have participated with that tour guide survey. That is also the national level research. Likewise, the national bodies conducting these activities and the destination marketing implement international and domestic marketing strategies and plans. So if you go through that document, strategic planning, you can see all over the planning what they are having. Education and training program, develop and facilities education and training program that increase professionalism in the country's tourism sector. When it comes to the SLIDM, Sri Lanka Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management, they are having different institute around the country. So they are providing the human resources for the industry and also university level and other colleges also there. So those are the DMOs that are enriching the education and training program. And quality improvement and assurance. Introduce strategies and programs to improve tourism quality that in some cases involve operating quality assurance schemes. So that is also really important, how they are improving the quality of the business. And the other one, sustainable tourism. Promote sustainable tourism practices in the country and operate specific programs to encourage sustainable tourism. So in Sri Lanka, they are going through the GSTC criteria, Global Sustainable Tourism Council, and they are giving the certifications for the businesses, for sustainable businesses. Likewise, they are doing a major role as a DMO. And when it comes to the state, provincial, and territorial destination management organization, there are several of the larger countries in the world have governmental system of states, provinces, or territories below the national level. So in Sri Lanka, we are having the provincial tourism ministries. Likewise, the provincial level and state level that is conducting. In this situation, DMOs are in operation at the state, provincial, or territorial level. So provincially or maybe state level, they are doing the planning, management, and all the matters. Similar to the national level, different types of organizational structures are also found here. In here also, we can see different types. Number one is government-run DMOs. Some of these DMOs are department or division of their state, provincial, or territorial government. So in the provincial level or maybe state level, they are having a body, government body, from director up to the bottom level, and they are doing all the matter within that province. Statutory bodies and other non-profit organizations. There has been a trend in recent times to create statutory bodies and other forms of non-profit organization, particularly to handle the destination marketing for states, provinces, or territories. So, except of this government sector, in kind of provinces, they are having the different bodies, maybe the association, hotel association, or maybe the vehicle transport services association. Likewise, they are having different small bodies. And the next one, regional DMO. The definition of what a region constitutes varies from countries to country and therefore, so does the meaning of a regional DO. So regionally, they are having different organization. Regional DMOs tend to be mainly involved in destination marketing, but in some cases, they also assume other roles, including planning and research and product development. So these are the roles that regional DMOs doing, except of the marketing. In most cases, they receive funding from superior level of government, maybe the provincial level, maybe a state level, or maybe national, or maybe international. They are having kind of fundings. And these days, in Nalla area for the Uva province, I will show you that flyer. Let me share. Okay, this one. I think you can see this photo, right? Hello? Yes?
Yes, madam.
Here, this is provincial level. Because I had worked for a couple of years in provincial ministry of tourism in U, and I have the business in Ella, so that's why they send this one to send project proposal, and with the over provincial ministry of tourism and also the European Union, they are giving kind of funds. Here you can see ඌව පළාත් සංචාරක අමාත්‍යාංශය හා යුරෝපා සංගමයේ ආධාරය යටතේ සොලිඩරි ඩැට් ආයතනය විසින් ඌව පළාතේ සංචාරක කර්මාන්තය හා සම්බන්ධිත තිරසාර සුළු හා මධ්‍යම පරිමාණ කර්මාන්ත සයිබල ගැනීමේ වැඩසටහන. So they are giving minimum 50,000 to up to 1 million funding to develop existing businesses. And here ඔබ දැනටමත් ඌව පළාතේ සංචාරක කර්මාන්තය හා සම්බන්ධ සේවාවන් හෝ නිෂ්පාදන ව්‍යාපාර පවත්වාගෙන යන කෙනෙක්ද අලුතින් ව්‍යාපාරයක් ආරම්භ කිරීමට කැමතිද ඔබගේ ව්‍යාපෘති යෝජනා අප වෙත යොමු කරන්න. So right now I finalize our project proposal, and by tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'm up to submit the proposal for this one to request kind of funding to develop our business. And here they are selecting the kind of proposal, and then they are giving the these funding, and I will show you the application as well for your consideration. Anyone are there who is in Uva province? If yes, let me know, then you can apply for this one. So here, this is the application. We submit this application along with the project proposal. Then we can get kind of fundings for the development. I think you can see the application, right? So they are considering different criterias, and yeah, we need to provide the budget and timeline and registration details likewise. So that is about the provincial level in Sri Lanka, and national level also are there. So these are kind of examples we can see. And country and city, at the most local level, there are country and city DMOs. These existing in most countries in the largest metropolitan areas. Based on the country, they are having this type of, if the country is very large, then they are having country and city DMO. As was the case at the 3 other geographical level, the country or city DMO may be run by the local government, or alternatively, it may be a non-profit organization. So they are depend on the country. But in our country, mostly we are having the national body and the provincial level and the private public sector and non-profit organization. Likewise, we are having those kind of things. So that is about the communities and the stakeholders in destination marketing. Any questions? Any doubts? I didn't add too long lesson because we are conducting via online. That would be really boring if we conducted up to 2 hours like that. Hello? Any problems? Any clarifications? Yes? No? No one is talking? Hello? Can you all hear me at least? Anyway, then I will wind up the session. Then regarding the next week lecture, I will inform you because I have some other matters to manage with. So let me inform you about next week lecture. Most probably that will be online. Okay. Yes, now I have both LMS access. I'm still updating the HLM marketing, the other one, what I didn't have that. So don't worry about that. Both LMS I will upload. Okay. Okay, then have a good day. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome.